Still getting it in, your man DJ Ekin, Tampa's most connected DJ. Got the homie in the building,
What
man.
it do, what it does.
Corporate thug himself.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man? You good?
Getting ready for tomorrow, man. September 2nd. When you in this?
I'm man. When you out here right now, if you
Oh,
need me
okay,
to.
that's what it is. September 2nd tomorrow, man. What, 2 days, Tuesday.
Right.
We going in, the recession.
You don't know by now, man. This is the homie Young Jeezy in the
What it
building,
do,
man.
what it does.
Man, let me ask you something right now, man. Because last time I talked to you, we was talking about, because even you asked me after I asked you,
Yeah.
was you worried about the sophomore jinx? And you was like, what is that?
Nah, man, I'm done too much leg work, bro. I've been in the streets
Right.
too thorough with it. I did too many mixtapes to have a sophomore. I would think I would call a sophomore mixtape jinx.
Right.
More so than, you know what I mean?
So now we at round 3 of the big time though, the recession.
Ding, ding, ding.
Was you worried at all when you went in to make this joint?
Nah, man, really, I just cut a lot of things back.
Right.
Got 100%, 180% focus, man. It just gave the people what they wanted, man. Young is what they want, young is what they getting. And I got, cats got a hold to, some early copies. So
Right.
I've been getting the calls and I've been sliding through the hood and getting the feedback. Like, so it's everybody 100% in. Like, they just like, man, how you do it again?
Right.
So, I mean, for the most part, I got my message across. I wanted to kind of speak on what was going on, but still make good music. So I think I've done that.
The things I've heard from it, and I got a copy of the album, and
Yeah.
I honestly have to say that when you first came out, Trap Star, you gave everybody the hood as vivid as you could give it to them.
Exactly.
And then, after a while, I ain't gonna lie, being a hip hop purist, I listen, I'm like, come on, Jeezy, where we gonna go? And
Yeah.
then you just keep coming. It's like you
Yeah.
ready. It's like you already had a plan of it's gonna get better as time progresses.
Yeah, I mean, once you get more cats into what you're doing, your message can get bigger.
Right.
And it's definitely a message, but it's a worldwide message from the hood. It's a email blast. That's what I like to call it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what the recession is. Like, this is what's going on in our world, even though y'all don't see it like that. But we're gonna give it to you through our music. But this definitely is what's happening.
So with so many people trying to deliver what they call the message from the hood or claiming
Yeah.
that they keeping it real, how does Young Jeezy keep it right?
I mean, you said it right, though. I keep it right. I don't keep it real. Like, I ain't one of them cats that gotta keep, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. Like, they
Right.
know what it is. Like, I'm saying I'm from here, but I'm gonna speak broad about it. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna be ashamed to keep delivering, just the word in different levels. Like, first we was motivating the thugs. Money was plentiful. We talked about it.
Right.
The second time it was the inspiration. That's what was going on. It was a little more of a downtime. But now we back with the recession. It's like, okay, that's cool. We're going to deal with it.
Right.
We're going to get through it, but we're going to have some good music in the process, homie. We ain't tripping.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the album, but you got me in a
Yeah.
good place right now because a lot of these young cats, and I think you probably had to go through this in the beginning of being from the hood, and everybody. It's like we have to go through this extra test in hip hop. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't have to prove he killed 1 million people because he killed them in Terminator. So
yeah, I thought about that before.
so
though. He didn't even have to do that. You
right. So how does it play to an MC like yourself who you in the music? This is what you want to do, the right thing.
Yeah.
Of constantly having to feel like you got to keep yourself real or proving yourself.
My
Does that bother
homie
you?
told me one thing. He was like, I was like, I'm just going to keep it 100. But he said, how many people keep it 100 with you? And I was like, you know what? You got a point, bro. So I don't think there's nothing else to prove, man. I'm the truth, man. I mean, tell them to go dig up something. I mean,
Right.
It's 100. I mean, from the penitentiary to the streets, everybody gonna have something good to say about me, and I'm a thorough dude. But I think that phase of me trying to explain that is over. Now is a bigger message. I'm trying to get cats to go out and vote.
Right.
I'm trying to get cats to get more involved. I'm trying to get cats up out the street, give them jobs and give them opportunities. Like, all that's done. I mean, if I
Right.
keep preaching to the choir, it's my choir.
And let's speak of the thing that's about to get some more
Yeah,
cats
you know what I
working.
mean?
The
Yeah.
recession. Who
Yeah,
you work with on the
man.
album, man?
I kept it light because a lot of cats couldn't. A lot of cats got too much money, so I ain't want to understand. I was
Too
like,
much
recession-
money?
like recession. Like, what you talking about? But for real, you got to understand. A lot of people ain't from where they say they from, so
Right.
they can't relate.
Right.
They still caught up in their world. Big cars, big planes, big like you can't bring nobody back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be from that and then elevate it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just kept it real light. I got a chick song on there with Trey Songz. I had to do that. Got another chick record on there with Lil Boosie, Anthony Hamilton. Had to do that. But as far as features, man, that was it. I got Kanye, I got Nas.
Right.
Other than that, man, I just went in. And the reason why I ain't put a lot of cats on my team from because we finna do the Shield Gang album, and I
Okay.
wanted the focus to be on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be my biggest project from my label.
Right.
So you got Blood Raw, Buddha Boss, Player, Slick Puller. Like, we just going in. Like,
So you still thinking 2 steps ahead like you did in the beginning.
Yeah. I'm going back in. Like, cause the thing about getting the word out, you can do that, but you still gotta feed the streets too. Like, you can't miss that.
Right.
So we going right back to feed the streets, like on that.
Right.
You know how we do.
Certified
Yeah,
banger.
we won't be talking about the hard times.
Right.
We talking about the hard times.
Certified banger put on us in the street right now, man.
Yeah.
But give me your favorite joint on the album.
It's called I Don't Know You, because it's basically saying, like, I didn't want this to become a fad, you know what I mean? I came into this game, and that's all I knew.
Right.
And so I just presented it like that, and that's me, that's who I am. And I just watched over the years, it became a fad thing, and I heard them make names up for it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I don't know these cats. So,
Right.
Just because I do songs, people, and, I might, it might look like I'm co-signing. I don't know them, so I mean,
Right.
don't get me caught up in that.
Right.
Like, so whatever happened with them, that's on them. I don't know them.
Got your own
I
thing.
didn't know them when I was when I was where I was. I see them at the studio. I ain't never seen them on the block or
Right.
at the car lot on.
We back to keeping it 100.
Yeah, we back to 180.
Hey, I had the homie here a couple weeks ago, TIP, and
Okay.
and asked him this right here because the game is extra flooded right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's extra flooded.
It is.
And a lot of brothers would love to be able to be sitting where I'm sitting right now and be like, hey, Jeezy, I got this tape, I got this CD. If a brother got 20 minutes with a check writer, because you a check writer, certified.
Exactly.
What should be the approach, man? With their music, with their product, what should be the approach?
Oh man. Real talk, bro. Go hard or go home. Like, I didn't come in with no cosign. I ain't come in on nobody's back. I ain't come in because nobody said that's my man. I started in the streets,
Right.
mixtapes, so on and so forth. And look where I am now. And it's like, that's what you gotta do. You gotta be a maverick.
Right.
You gotta be a trailblazer. You gotta blaze your own trail, and then hope for somebody to see that and be like, you know what, dude, I can help you take it to the next level. But everybody real nowadays. So if everybody real, what that make me? That's where I'm at on it. Like,
Right.
all y'all real, then there's something wrong with me. Like, I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
So I mean, I just think go hard or go home, because it ain't about what you done before you got here. It's about what you do when you get here, man. Because a lot of cats don't understand. That fame, cool, it look good.
Right.
But when you get in the game, you gotta stay in it. That's just like if the coach puts you in right now, championship game.
Right.
You gotta stay in. You get in and you start fumbling the ball, he gonna take you out.
Man, you can't just be having all these analogies, man.
I'm
You just
being
can't.
for real, bro. He gonna take you out the game. You could be the best player on the team. If you're not gonna help the team win, you gotta come off. You gotta get back on the bench, baby.
Does
You
the
know what I'm saying?
right?
You got to. You can't kill all of us.
Does the ringtone era that we in right now and record sales being the shake as hell, does that bother you?
No, because I happen to know that once the economy get back straight and the streets get back right, like, everything gonna be plentiful again, man. Like, you can't knock a cat hustle, but I ain't trying to touch their cell phones. I want to touch the hearts of men. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't want to touch their cell phone. I mean, I understand that goes on, and I don't knock a cat hustle, but that ain't how I get it in.
Right.
Because 10 years, 15 years from now, I want them to remember me, whether I did 5 albums or 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't even supposed to make it this far. You got cats sitting around like, he's still like,
relevant.
Man, yeah, like, what are you doing?
Right.
The right thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying out the way before I hurt something. That's the first rule.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the second rule is I'm staying on my grind, bro. And I ain't looking back, man. I ain't looking left, right. I'm just forward. I got tunnel vision. Can't see nothing.
And we got the recession.
That's it. September 2nd.
One more time.
September 2nd.
The homie Young Jeezy, man. It gets
Yes,
no
sir.
clearer. Gets no clearer right there.
Yes, sir.
We keeping it 180.
180. That's the new one. When
My
they say
dude right here.
when they say I'm keeping it 100, you say, well, I'm keeping it 180. Then.
Keeping it 180.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 20 for for whoever else, but I got 180.
Hey, before we get out of here one more time.
September 2nd.
The Atlanta Falcons. You want to talk about them?
Nah.
You don't.
Nah, see, you gonna do me bad.
I'm
like
just
that.
saying.
I mean, next year.
Next year.
I think Vic coming home, baby. Gonna throw him a big welcome out party.
The homie Young Jeezy,
All right,
man. The
bro.
recession.
What's up?